One of the most fucked up things about World War I were the PALS battalions. Now, if you haven't heard of the PALS battalions, I'm going to tell you about it real quick because it's so fucked up. You see, in the United Kingdom during World War I, they needed more soldiers because, believe it or not, when the war began, the UK did not have that large of an army. It was consisted of almost entirely volunteers, people who wanted to be career soldiers. But pretty soon, the UK started to lose literally millions of men on the battlefield. So pretty quickly, they decided, we need to get more troops and we need to get them quick. How are we going to do it? And they came up with the idea of PALS battalions, which is exactly what it sounds like. You and your pals will join the same battalion. You are guaranteed to fight alongside your friends, your brothers, your neighbors, whoever you want. So what ended up happening was entire neighborhoods would enlist together, or the entire football team of a town, soccer for us Americans, would fight together, or the entire graduating class of a school would fight together, right? And the thing is, it worked. Like, I'm pretty sure in a matter of 1 month, they got 1 million men to sign up. But the problem was, since these men were allowed to fight side by side with each other, very, very frequently, they would all get wiped out at once. And what would happen was, entire towns would lose every single man, every single boy that was raised in that town. They would all die. And these towns would get, they would find out the news all at once. They would find out your son, your husband, your brother, your father, your son, my son, his son, they all fucking died from one artillery shell because of the PALS battalions. And it was unbelievable. I mean, some of these cities ended up being abandoned because there were no more men. There was nobody to work. The families were broken. The cities were broken. So these cities were completely abandoned. It is a horrifying time in history. When you think about, serving alongside your buddies, it always sounds so glorious. But then all of you getting wiped out at once because the artillery shell doesn't give a fuck what battalion you're in. The artillery shell doesn't give a fuck who you're standing next to. The artillery shell does not care.